This is a Southern Pacific GS1 comprised of an Aster locomotive coupled to an Accucraft tender. Not made by me, but one that I bought ready-made when I had a bit of spare cash a few years ago. Now, this is meths fired, and the methylated spirits goes into this tank here, which is removable. I've already put just under half a litre in there, and that's done by taking the top off there and filling it up with a funnel, in my case, like that. You may remove the tank for safety purposes, but I'm just showing you what I've already done. And then water goes in the tender in this compartment here, and I can fill the boiler up so it's about half full, and you can see how much water is in there by looking at the water gauge on the left hand side, which is about half full, which is exactly where it should be. Now this, while we're in here, this is the regulator and this is the blower, which we'll put on when we get a bit of pressure in the boiler, and that's of course the pressure gauge. This works at £60 per square inch. The thing you have to do is to fill this up with steam oil, not your ordinary oil that you buy in any hardware store. Steam oil which doesn't emulsify when you put steam in it. And somewhere I have a pair of tweezers, which of course, this, you just unscrew the cap here, remove that and fill it up with oil from the oil can under here like this. Just pop it in there, and I've already filled it up so I won't put too much more in. And you pop this back on here and do it up, trying not to get it cross-threaded in the process. We've got the lubricator full of oil. We have the meths tank full of meths, so I'll just turn the tap on now, so that will send it through to the burners there. And we have the tender full of water. This is not tap water, I should say. This is rainwater, which I just strain through a piece of cloth just to get any dead insects and dirt and such like out of it. But don't use tap water because you'll scale up your locomotive in the same way as a kettle scales up. Anyway, this is okay to go, so I'll just take the pump handle out, pop it in there, and put this back. Well, I'll do that in a minute. That's what I've now got to do is to light the fire. It should be here. The fire hole door is just there, and the wicks are in there. So I'm going to pop the suction fan on here. This is to provide some suction initially through the locomotive, and then I am going to light the taper, which I prefer to use. There we are, and then I pop it in here, and all being well, you can see if you fire, the fire is alight in the door there. You can just see the blue glow. So I'm now going to close the fire hole door like that, and we now wait for pressure to come up. I'm going to close the regulator and the blower because we don't want them doing anything they shouldn't do, and we just have to wait now. It's just a question of waiting until... Right, we've now got a bit of pressure in there now. We're about £20 per square inch, so I'm going to open the blower, that one there, and take this off. So now the pressure from the boiler is sucking the fire through the tubes in the boiler, and that will now soon be hot enough, or enough pressure for the locomotive to move. So now we're going to move away, hopefully. I'll just have to give it a push at this stage because we go backwards, just better. There we are.